Hi, I'm Ethan Nadelmann. Nobody's ever asked me before to give a talk about burnout among advocates and activists. But when Charles Gardner, who's the head of INNCO, the International Network of Tobacco Harm Reduction Activists, asked me to do so to join a webinar on this, I just instinctively said yes. And I'll tell you why. I mean, I guess, having run Drug Policy Alliance and predecessor organizations for over 2 decades, having, worked round the clock on trying to reform drug laws for much of my adult life, I guess I've learned a lot about burnout. A little bit of myself, but even more so looking among colleagues and fellow activists. And I've thought a lot about it. In fact, sometimes I have regrets that I did not pay more attention to this issue among my colleagues when I was building Drug Policy Alliance and being active in the broader movement. And you can clearly see, it's an issue in almost every advocacy movement. I mean, it's outside the advocacy movement too. It's in people working to make money. But the fact is, when you're engaged in something like advocacy to change the public opinion, to change laws, we tend to see ourselves as having this kind of bottomless fountain of passion that just keeps us going. But inevitably, if you just keep going, it catches up with you. And if it's not catching up with you, it may be catching up with some of your friends and allies and people you work with in ways you may not fully appreciate and that need to be dealt with in a thoughtful and responsible way. So I'm really looking forward. It looks like a great panel for this webinar in early March that Charles has put together. I'd suggest join it. At the very least, if you have the time, hopefully you'll get something out of it that might help you or help you in working with and dealing with your colleagues. Thanks a lot.